Buwisit. Okay, game. Kaya maingay dyan. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Hello, my favorite caffeinated, medicated, and never hydrated bestie. It's your favorite nurse, Nurse John, and welcome back to your favorite therapy podcast. I beg your pardon. Bestie, how are you? I hope you're doing great. So, bestie, before we continue again, do me a quick favor and make sure that you download this episode and all other episodes that you haven't listened to from 2023 and last week. And make sure that you follow us on Spotify and Apple Podcasts and turn on notifications so you get updated weekly when a new episode of I Beg Your Pardon comes out. And Bessie, if you're wondering what keeps me caffeinated every single day, everywhere I go, it is my favorite drink right here. It's called Rice Fuel. Here you go. Rice Fuel, RYSEFUEL energy drink. I love this energy drink because it gives me 200 milligrams of caffeine. There's no sugar, and at the same time, there's so many flavors that they have. One of my new favorite flavor is Sour Punch, which is basically the Sour Punch candy that we have growing up. So I love this flavor. So you should try it, and you can find this on GNC, Vitamin Shop, and 7-Eleven. And if you ever want to try Rice Fuel, just type in your Google Rice Fuel locator so that you can find the nearest near you. Let's crack one open. Oh, baby. I love this so much. Ooh. ASMR featuring Rice Fuel. Guys, I love this. You know what I tried to do with this? I actually made some ice candy. So I don't know. Only the Filipinos can relate. If you know what I mean. Ice candy, baby. Nakakainis. And lastly, Bessie, if you haven't checked out my merch, www.nursejohn.com, you can also sign up in my newsletter so that you can get a discount code so you can get my merch. And Bessie, one of my favorite one right now is this tumbler that says, we'll continue to monitor hydration because, baby, we are always dehydrated. At work, at home, whenever you are, we are always dehydrated. That is right. So, Bessie, go ahead and go to www.nursejohn.com and get your merch. Mwah. Anyways, Bessie, you're probably looking forward to who is my guest for today. My guest for today is one of the people that I hate the one of the people that I hate. I want to say love, but hate comes first. This person you guys have been requesting for me to invite him in the studio, and you guys been wondering who is this bitch. The guest in my podcast for this week is none other than my one and only best friend enemy. Anyways, welcome, Neville.
Well, thank you for the warm welcome.
Period.
Nurse John.
Stop calling me Nurse John.
Hi guys. What's up?
That's the fakest introduction I've ever heard. He's been practicing.
I'm not.
Yes, he's been practicing how to speak.
First of all,
yeah.
Hate is not the best word to describe me because you love me and I know that. So, by the way, should I introduce myself?
Sandali nga muna. Ulitin nga natin.
Actually, yeah. Okay, sige, gagandahan ko.
Okay. 3, 2, 1. Ako muna, handali, magsisimula ako. Welcome to the podcast studio, my one and only bestie, Neville. Hello.
What's up, guys?
Wow. I introduced you with so much energy and passion, and that's
What's up, guys? I'm here and
You
beg your...
You don't gotta scream. You don't scream. I
beg.
scream.
What's up, guys? I'm sorry, guys. I'm getting used to all this mics and lights and cameras, so
He's not used to it.
I'm not used to the limelight. But yeah, my name is Neville and I am John's best friend. He doesn't have a choice. Basically, he's stuck with me. So no matter how he hates me, he will still love me back. So that's it.
Exactly. And we will tell you guys how we became best friends, anyways. So give them a bit more of like you are the type of person that you love to introduce countries, places
Yeah.
to everyone you meet new. So why don't you give them more?
I
Show them who you really are.
so we basically knew each other because of our moms, right?
Yes, our moms are best friends.
We met first time in the Philippines.
Right.
And I went to your house. I believe I brought a dozen of donuts because I need to have something. You know, it's natural. Whenever you go to some place, meet new people, you will always have something, right? So you were what? I don't know. 20, that was 20 what? 2013, 2012?
I was probably 11 and you were 35.
Excuse me. I am 34 right now.
Guys, it's not true.
2011?
I feel
or
like
2010?
Do you have dementia?
I don't know. Like,
Problems?
I'm old. I
I swear, you guys, you have no idea how many times I have to remind him of things
That's
because
not true.
he just forgets every single thing. Anyway, so let me introduce us how we became friends. So first of all, it started with the fact that our mother worked together in Taiwan. And when they were in Taiwan, they were best friends basically. And they decided to basically move to Canada together. And they're best friend. And for some reason, they just decided that they want to link up their sons together.
Was that a blind date, besties? Is that it?
No, it's more like those
that
arranged
it?
friendship. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what it's called. Arranged
Yeah.
friendship. So our friendship were arranged by our own parents for
That's
it
true.
to happen. The first time we met, when you came to my place, I can't really remember that time, like how you look like or who you are.
You remember it?
I know that you came, but I don't know how you look
barely
like.
remember it for sure.
yeah.
Because you were young and I was already working at that time, guys. So I was working in the Philippines as an executive secretary of the congressman. So when
Ooh.
I'm kind of bougie before until I came here.
And now you're
I am working as IT sales support right now.
which is a good job.
It is for sure.
But
for
then
sure.
your job before in the Philippines was more bougie.
I was richer, I guess, when I was in the Philippines.
Yes.
But because, working in politics, that's it. I don't need to, I guess,
Right.
tell a lot of things, but you are taken care of, I guess, whenever you're there.
I mean, you tell me your boss will buy you and do anything for you just so you stay with him.
Yeah. Basically, I'm everywhere in the Philippines. So I went to your place and we did not talk a lot.
Yeah, because I don't really know you. Like, I was probably like, who the hell is this old person coming to my
And
place?
you, by the way, you look like you came out of school. You probably smelled like pencil before.
Smell like,
you know the
smell like-
elementary kids who's using pencils. That
smells like pencil.
you smelled like pencil.
No, baby. I am Johnson's
I don't.
baby.
Your
You-
look before was not Johnson's baby powder. Probably
No.
Safeguard. I mean, a regular soap. That's it.
So are you telling me that people who use a safeguard are...
No. Oh, by the
They
way,
smell?
I use Safeguard, but no.
Sorry, guys. Before everyone cancels us in this podcast, we judge each other like we don't know each
I
other.
swear. I
This
just
is
hope
this is
no
how we
one-
this is how we love each other.
I just hope no one will see our text messages to each other because
Yeah.
oh wow.
Yeah.
It's like hate, love, hate, love.
There's
That's
more
it.
hate than love.
Probably.
Anyway,
Probably.
so if you guys don't know what he's talking about, Safeguard is just a soap brand. It's like Irish Spring, you know? But like it's so basic, but
But I love Safeguard. I used that for my pimples before, by the way. But
yeah, guys, don't do that. That's not clinically proven
okay.
to change. Look at his face
fine.
right now. It's so oily and so cracked. That's not safe for your guard. That's not safe
wow.
to be guard.
Okay, so going back, I don't know what we talk about in here, but we did not meet each other. We did not talk to each other. We only met again when I arrived here in
Yes,
Canada.
because my mom gave me like a lesson before you come. He's like, "Oh, did you know that
What?
your Tita Dory's son is coming here? So you have to help him get used to here. You have to bring him to places because you've already seen stuff. And you know he's a very
Yeah.
shy person." I was like, "Oh my
Oh,
god!" I was
it's
like,
a very shy person. Okay.
I was like,
Yes,
"Oh my
that is
god!"
true. Yes. Yes. But
Sorry, he also has ADHD, guys. We talk at each other's every time. Yeah, he has ADHD. Undiagnosed. I'm the only one who diagnosed him with that.
that is true because you were the first person who welcomed me here.
Yes.
And take note, because he bought poutine from where?
Burger King.
Exactly.
No, no.
Okay, we're from Quebec, guys, okay? He bought poutine from Burger King.
Yes.
From all places.
Because that's the money that I can
to
afford
be
that
fair,
time.
exactly. Exactly. And I appreciate that.
Thank you.
I always tell you that. I appreciate you buying the poutine for me the first day I
Right.
was here.
Because then when you go to Quebec, the first thing you should be trying is poutine. Poutine is basically French fries with cheese curds and gravy.
Yeah.
That is basically our hamburger if you're from the US type of thing. That's like the first thing you want to try when you go here to Quebec in Montreal. So I
But-
got him that.
For the record, if someone will come here in Quebec, I will not buy poutine from Burger King for like a visitor.
So don't.
Exactly. I will not follow your footsteps for
Okay.
that thing.
That's
But
what I
again-
know of.
But again, I love you for that. Thank you.
And-
After that, what happened?
I have no idea. I think I was going to school then. You were 20.
Life happened. I was 25 when I came here in Canada.
Yeah. So, oh my God. So
Oh my
I was
God, wait.
18. I was 18. You're 25. Oh my God. You're really old.
I have a story about that, about our age gap.
Yeah. Well, tell that later.
I will.
We have to
definitely.
figure out what happened first. What happened? Because I think I went to school.
You went to school. I worked. I went to French classes.
Right.
We know each other, but it's not that we are hanging out a lot.
No, we weren't. I think the only time we were hanging out is like whenever we have like a house party at my
Yes.
place or at your mom's place.
Yes.
And that's like weekly.
Yeah. So almost often then.
So I have no
But-
choice to really to get to know you.
But so we talk whenever we go out.
Exactly.
We go to our places.
And I think what happened is that at some point it's either you or me who invited each other to just like, oh, do you want to go out and like
Yes.
eat or something?
And from that, we started going out every Friday.
Oh my God, I remember,
You remember that?
Beshi.
I missed that.
I missed that.
I swear.
So we started. I think we went out one Friday and we started going to like, because one thing that we bond a lot is food. So,
Oh yeah.
So when it comes to food, like we would try
Specifically
fried chicken.
fried chicken. Like you could poison us with fried chicken, guys.
And we
I
will eat
swear.
it.
I will not mind eating fried chicken. And you know how we eat fried chicken? You remember how we eat fried chicken? It should be to the bones. Like
Yeah.
give justice to the chicken that died for you. So you must eat up to the bone.
What the? What the? What the?
It's just that, you know?
What the
It's-
hell is that?
You know, a lot
Anyways.
of people, you just need to give justice to the chicken.
Anyway, so yeah,
Salute.
that's how we eat chicken. Like we would eat the chicken until like we just see bones, or even the bones. Sometimes we eat
I
it.
don't eat bones.
If it's
Shut
soft
up.
enough, listen, you paid for that. You paid for the bones
Fair.
too, so you have to eat it.
Probably accidentally, but not intentionally eating the bones.
So yeah. So after that one time that we went out on Friday, we decided like, oh my God. So
To continue it and
we should do it.
religiously, we were doing that
right.
every Friday. And so every Friday, we'll search for all the restaurants here in Montreal.
Yeah,
we
that-
did not have car. We were only using the metro, the bus, and we were searching in Google. We were searching in Yelp or whatever, what have you. We'll find a place to try
A new chicken.
a new fried chicken.
I know that was so good. That was
Yeah.
actually so fun.
It was really fun.
And I still
I
remember
love that.
when you used to be the one paying for the food.
Yes, and that's the reason why you owe me a lot.
That's why I have, I think at this point, I have
think-
given back.
I think I treated you as
Little brother,
no, not even. At that point, I was like, oh,
the bestest.
someday
The
you're gonna
bestest
pay
person.
me. I'm kidding.
So you
No,
use
no.
you use me for what I'm capable of in the future.
I saw the potential. I was like, oh, okay. I'm kidding. You remember before you were texting me, you're like, Besh, can you send me $20? And I was like, I don't have money, but sure.
Yeah, I need $20.
Yeah.
And that's the purpose of becoming a best friends, right?
I
You-
guess so. I don't have
you-
choice at that time. I was like,
Exactly.
oh, what will happen if I did not send
And
him
then we
$20?
kind of just like each other after that.
Yeah, so it was not comfortable at first, right? It was arranged friendship.
Arranged
and then
friendship.
after that, we cannot, like, you cannot. It's just that it's the bond now.
Yeah.
We
And it was
we-
really good because then I didn't make enough money and then you were paying for my food as you
Yeah.
should anyways. And then at some point, what did we do? We decided that maybe we should go
Yeah,
traveling.
That's true because looking for restaurants is not enough. Just eating fried chicken is not enough for us. So we
Right.
decided that it's time to do something else, and that's traveling. So we travel a lot with our parents, actually.
We did.
Yes, the first one was in Mexico.
Was it Mexico or New York?
It was
Yeah.
oh
Because we had bus tours going to New York from Montreal to
that's
New
true.
York.
So
Exactly. And then after New
after
York,
New York,
we
we'll
went
be
to Mexico.
Mexico. Where in Mexico? Do you remember?
Um,
Bitch.
Cancun.
Yes, exactly.
Cancun. And then we
So-
visited our first 7 wonders of the world.
That's it. Exactly. So we went to Cancun. It was, I think it was the last minute. Oh, no. You know why? Because we got the tax refund that time. And we were like, what are we going to do with the extra money?
And that's
Let's
it.
travel. That's
So
it.
that's what we did. So it used to be in a point where we always wait for our tax refund to come in so that we can spend something.
That's actually our thing. That's true.
That was a thing. That was like a big thing in our family that, okay, guys, tax refund is coming. Who's getting more? What are we going to do with tax refund? And then we decided to go to Mexico.
So that's how we were able to travel in a lot of places.
Exactly. And we bonded to at the point you just mentioned that we're both single child.
We were young, wild, and free, I guess.
young, wild, and host. Young, wild, and host.
I'm not going to say anything about that.
Oh,
but
guys, we will talk about
no, we're not going to talk about that.
what hoeing is.
But
We visited our first ever
first 7 wonders of the world
Chichen Itza.
is Chichen Itza in Mexico, basically. That was unintentional, right?
Right.
So, and then we decided to just like do it. That should be our thing.
Yeah. Like
Yeah.
complete the 7 wonders of the world together.
Yeah, but we, after Mexico, we did not push through right away to like, oh, let's push to the second 7 wonder, to the third or whatever.
Right.
I think we only got 2 out of 7.
Guys, there's at least
don't know anymore, but there's well, for sure there's 7, but
Mhm.
but I think we stopped eventually because of life. So after Mexico, we went to Cuba,
Cuba together. That was fun.
Varadero and Havana.
Mhm.
That was fun as well because we get to know more each other. At that
Exactly.
time.
And so the thing is, like, one thing you guys have to know about Neville is the reason why we were able to travel and do all of these things is because he is the type of person that he loves
You
to
always do that.
he loves to tour people around the fucking
Yeah.
world. Like he would literally create itineraries
I still have
himself.
that.
He makes these itineraries of things he wanted to visit,
Yeah.
and because he wants to visit those, he gets more excited because other
Yeah.
people are coming with him, and it excites him that he's able to like tour other people. Sometimes I'm just like, why do we have to pay a tour guide if you can do the touring for us?
I am basically the tour guide. I have bucket list, basically.
Mm-hmm.
And I have written the things that I would like to do and the places where I would like to go.
Okay.
I showed that to you, and that's the reason why we decided to travel more.
Exactly. I think I just decided to just join you just because you were more adventurous than I am, in a sense
Yes.
that you have done a lot more things than I am.
You don't talk a lot before.
No.
I
See
talk
guys, this is the proof.
More.
This is the proof that I was an introvert. Like, I'm not like
I-
this.
That's true.
Thank you.
I cannot, but right now I don't think you are introvert because you manage to talk to people now, unlike before.
Right.
So I think you're gonna be more of ambivert right now because
What's that? It's an ambivert?
bitch, you don't know what ambivert is.
Like an amphibian?
so ambivert is the mix of introvert and extrovert.
So extrovert, introvert. That's what they call it. Like, you're an
There's a proper term for that, and
Oh.
that's ambivert. So see,
Okay.
you learn things every day, eh?
Thank you.
So
We also correct each other
a lot.
a lot of times.
Oh my god.
We are so crucial.
lot.
We are so crucial
And
to
the
each
way
other.
you do that to me, even though you're wrong, you'll be like you're pushing that you're right. He is very competitive.
And I'm telling you, when it comes to him, I will never lose an argument with him because I just know in my gut. Look, guys, I'm a Taurus. He's a Libra. So, and he never tried to balance shit. He's always,
Oh yeah, no.
He's so
I'm very much Libra.
he's so unbalanced mentally, physically, and everything. Really. Anyways,
Okay, let's move on. Going back to Cuba.
let me just explain this.
What?
And I'm sorry, guys, if we're talking over each other, but this is just us. Again, as a Taurus, I would fight for my right. And I know I'm right. Period. That's all I know. Anyways, continuing to what you're trying to say.
I tend to balance things. So I still assess whether you're right or wrong.
Oh, he doesn't assess. I'm telling you guys, sometimes he doesn't even think. Like, he just say things that
There's just a lot of things to think about. That's it.
See? This is what I'm trying to say.
I only do that to you, okay? With everyone else, I'm okay. Like I balance things out. I'm fair. But with him, it's just I don't know. It's just a comfort, I guess. And he's competitive. I could be competitive as well, you know?
He's very competitive with me. And I guess you guys can assess what kind of mental illness we have after this podcast.
Let's move on. Come
Let's
on.
move on. And then we went to Mexico, Cuba.
And then we decided that we are going to push through with all the seven wonders.
Seven Wonders.
So we decided to go to Brazil. But then, being us, cheap, very cheap people at that time.
We're actually not cheap because we booked that hotel in Rio.
Oh shit, that's true.
The
We were
top-
bougie too.
The tallest hotel that's very
In
expensive.
Copacabana.
Exactly.
5-star hotel. That
I
was our
know.
very first 5-star hotel.
Oh, that was so nice.
Right?
Right?
The view was amazing.
I love it.
But so we decided to go to Brazil. I remember booking the ticket. You remember our budget was just like 1,200. It was pre-COVID, so the prices of the tickets are really low. So
It was
2017.
That's even far from COVID, Bess. Listen, COVID started at 2020.
Yeah, but it was pre-COVID. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, okay.
That's the reason why the tickets were cheap.
It can be pre
Right.
because how would you assess COVID is coming on 2018, 19?
There is a term wherein it's pre-COVID.
So I guess
and
if someone who was born,
post-COVID.
so if you're telling me
It's
if I
like-
was born in 2005, I'm pre-COVID baby.
pre-COVID era. Yeah.
Ugh,
so
whatever.
that's the era. Like it's like
It's-
AC and DC,
It's
right?
era.
It's Taylor Swift. But but that's it. So it's like the AC and DC. Now it's pre-COVID and post-COVID. So that's it.
Whatever.
But
So you booked it because you had the money.
yes, exactly. Our budget was only 1,200 at that time.
I know.
We were planning for the tickets to be really cheap that we ended up we needed to cancel the ticket. One ticket. I think it's because of your school. You were still at school at that
Right.
point.
Okay.
And
I don't.
yeah, you
remember.
basically you forgot because I was the one paying at that time.
Oh my god.
Exactly.
Oh, and I used to pay you.
No, you did not even.
Did I pay you?
No, you did not. It's okay. I love you. That's it.
No, it's okay. I paid for so much shit for you. When we went to Bali.
And I'm still waiting, you know? I'm still waiting. It's
Anyways,
fine.
I paid for so much shit for you too.
But so yeah, we booked the ticket. It turned out that it was very expensive as what it should be because we did cancel and everything, things happened. But then we went there. We booked a hotel, a fancy one in front of Copacabana. We met people there. Actually, it's really fun.
It was so fun. We're very the type of adventurers that I know that we told you guys that we booked like a bougie hotel, but we're not really the type of like sit by the beach type of people. We're the type of like, we're gonna try all the street foods, explore. And we actually went to the La Favelas. So to any Brazilian listening to this right now who lives in Rio, the favelas are like the poor,
the slums of
the slums.
Rio de Janeiro.
I think slums is better than poor because poor is very derogative.
That's what I thought that they call it.
Slums of Tondo.
But because we met a couple of people from Europe. Yeah,
Polish people.
Yes. So they were couch surfing. They were just asking people if they could stay for free to their place. They hitchhike. So they do those stuff.
That I would not.
Very brave of them, to be honest.
Would never go to that extent.
But that is how we met them because I spoke to them. It's usually me who will engage the people first.
Yeah.
Whenever it's like social settings.
So one thing I like about our friendship is that I'm not the talker type. And I know you guys are going to be like, oh my God, John, that's not true at all. You have a podcast, you're on social media, you talk so much and blah, blah, blah. But really in reality, guys, like in the usual day-to-day lives, I don't talk much. I'm a very observer type of person. Like I engage in conversation, but I like to be just there, like present, and I like to like listen on people talking because that for me is the enjoyable part. For me, like talking a lot exhausts me to the point that like my social battery is 0. And Neville is completely different. Like he's the type that for his social battery to like go 100, he likes to engage in conversation, but at the same time, I know that it exhausts him. But the thing is,
I don't complain. I'm a people pleaser.
He's a very people pleaser, you guys. And we are going to have a lesson at the end of this podcast, you guys. Because there's always a lesson in every single guest at the end. And there's a lot of lessons from you. Lessons to learn.
Okay.
Anyways, so when I'm with him, I'm so happy because he's the one who talks to everyone. And so I can just be literally a grass in the picture. Like I could just be there.
I just let you rest.
Yes.
In peace.
He lets me rest in peace. And then when I want to be talkative, I would talk to him.
Yeah.
And that's how we bond. Anyway, so we met a Polish people and they brought us to this Deutsch Irmau, so 2 brother mountain, and we hike. It was like above the clouds.
Yes.
Oh my God.
So we decided to join them, right? We were brave to do that as well.
Yep.
So we hiked. We went to La Favela.
And remember the thing that we really noticed in Rio de Janeiro is people are so fucking fit.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God.
Oh,
like
I was like, not even. I'm not going to adapt to Brazil.
I was sucking in my stomach the whole time. I was like, how are they so fit? Like literally, guys, they're playing volleyball. They're just walking on the side street, and they all have like 6-pack abs.
They have street gyms, and we're there eating.
We're like, listen,
we're there drinking and eating.
We're not gonna be self-conscious about this.
Yeah, you know what? We're here to have fun. That's it.
Exactly.
But we met a lot of people, so we also went to their local market. I think actually, whenever someone will ask me what city do I love most, I will always say Rio de Janeiro.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, we also went to Mexico City before Rio de Janeiro.
So, that's part of the story because we booked the flight and I told you, we better take advantage of our trip, right?
Right.
So what we did is Mexico City first.
Exactly.
We were in Mexico City for a layover at
2 fucking a.m. in the morning. We were walking in the streets of Mexico City at 2 a.m. morning.
We had a layover there for how long? It's gonna be like the full day or probably 16 hours.
16, 18 hours.
That's how we planned it. We were like, oh, we're going to go out to all the cities that we're going to stop to so that we can explore the city.
Yes.
And we actually did. We ate how you
Tacos.
churreria.
Del Moro.
Is that it?
See, I'm so
You're
smart.
good.
I'm really smart. I'm smarter than you.
No, that's not true. That's definitely not true.
No, it is true.
No,
It's okay. Sometimes you just have to
you
accept
just
the
need
fact
to accept the fact. Yeah.
that I am smarter
That
than
I
you.
am smarter than you. But we ate churros. We ate
Tacos on the street.
tacos.
Because remember,
We went to the museum. So we still
museum.
did a lot of things in Mexico City.
Yes, and most importantly, he took all my pictures. Because
yeah.
he is my personal photographer too.
Yeah, for sure. Until now.
He has to take at least like 400 takes because he's really not that good.
Excuse me.
I just don't have a choice.
No, that's not true.
No,
But
he's
also no,
actually good.
I don't do portraits. That's it.
Yeah, he actually do
I-
take good pictures, but like not portraits. So
Not people. I hate people. No, not that I hate people.
okay, well,
But-
cancelled. Cancelled.
Not that I hate people. It's just that I love taking sceneries more.
Right.
Yeah.
Cool. Should we say? Should we clap?
I'd love to. If you could.
Okay. So we went to Mexico.
No,
and-
and remember, we actually fought in Mexico City.
oh yeah. Another thing that we do a lot is we fight. You probably already know.
Oh, you probably already know. Yeah, that's
You
true.
probably already see how much.
In Bali, we were fighting as well.
Oh yeah, we have a lot of fights. So anyway, in Mexico City, one thing I hated, I think, in Mexico City is the fact that we are literally in the city hall, like where the president of Mexico lives.
Yeah.
It was nighttime, and we were just sitting there waiting for the freaking sunrise because that's what he wanted to take a picture of. So I was really, really pissed because we were sitting on the streets
Yeah, we don't have anything to go to. Like
anywhere, nothing. And I'm like, okay, this is not fun.
it was still fun overall.
I mean, fine, it was fun, but then you're not taking me good pictures, so I was double pissed.
So we needed to. I don't even remember where we stayed while we were waiting for sunrise, but
Yeah.
the first thing that we did once the sunrise was there is to eat churros. That's what I remember the most. We roam on the streets. It's a market, and that's where we fought.
We judge everyone in this.
We did. But Mexico, I love Mexico too because it's exactly like the Philippines.
Right. And also, you love the people of Mexico.
I do.
You love.
I love everyone, basically. That's it.
He just has a preference
Stop
in
it.
Mexican.
But
Tell my Latino people. Oh.
and guys, when we travel, we only do Uber or taxi from the airport.
Right.
But when we are in the city, we will usually take the public transit.
Right.
That's-
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. So that was fun. And then
After Mexico
we directly went
to Brazil, after that, we were supposed to go to Colombia
Yeah, we stopped at Colombia, but we didn't
because we did not have the vaccine.
have the vaccine.
So we were at the airport for 16, 18 hours.
Oh my god, that is so true.
Yeah, we were just there.
We didn't have a vaccine, so they didn't let us down. So like, but
Yeah,
we
that's
were
true.
just lying down on the.
Yeah, I don't know
On the
how we
airport.
survived. So that whole trip, just one trip,
Mm-hmm.
we went to Mexico City. We went to Rio de Janeiro. We were supposed to go to Colombia, but obviously we did not go out. And then New York City. So that should be like 4 cities in one go.
Right. I think New York was the funnest
What
because
did
it
we
was
do?
really hot. It was summertime.
Oh, we just ate Jollibee.
We just ate Jollibee.
Yeah.
And we went to places.
So our main purpose was to eat in Jollibee.
Yes. And we took home so much food.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Filipino food too.
The good thing about the immigration is that they know whenever it's Filipinos who's going to who has Jollibee. They're like, "Oh, this is Jollibee, right? That's it." They don't have any other question. That's it. It's pasalubong. Pasalubong is basically like the treats that you're going to bring to your family members or friends, you
Exactly.
know.
It was fun. And after this trip, we never really,
We never went out anymore.
no.
Locally, yes, probably. But
Because I think that's the time that I decided to switch my program to nursing.
yes.
And then nursing happened. And then
Nursing happened.
we reduced the amount of times we talk. Because usually we would talk
Yes.
on the phone like every single time. Like we would
Yes.
text and whatnot.
Yes.
But then
We
yeah.
go out every Friday. We do a lot of things, call each other, but nursing
Was a
happened
lot.
for you.
Yeah, it was a lot. It was really a lot.
You had nurse friends, a lot of them,
Right.
and then
So you want to talk about that because you talk about that in Bali, right? Yeah. You want to be emotional right now? Yeah. How about that? How about that? Anyways, so before we get to the emotional part, because we're gonna go back to that, guys, we were gonna talk about that because so in my Bali trip, we had this like open conversation about like how you feel and whatnot, something that is bothering you and whatnot. And he was so fake on that circle,
I'm
and I was,
not fake. It's very vague. You know,
very
I
vague.
don't want to go to details.
and I know him. I know him. I know how he
You
feels.
knew me very well. Whenever I'm feeling something, whenever I'm angry,
So I was like, I had to ask him the next day. I was like, why are you so fake on that conversation? Why did you have to lie? Why did you not have to say what you actually feel? Anyways, so moving on. The next time we actually went on a trip together was Bali.
Bali.
That was like
6
years after.
Oh.
Wow. Yeah, but again, like guys, like on those 6 years, like we see each other on our birthdays.
Yes,
We-
very important.
We go see each other on Christmas. We text each other.
Yeah.
And he's always been there for me. Like the time that I was like in social media, like one thing about him is like he will always support whatever I do and he's
Yeah.
always there for me. And I always support him to whatever he does.
Yeah.
And I think what happened is because nursing happened to me, you know, like our connection kind of like took a down low where like,
Yeah.
you know, I'm focused in this and he's kind of like in a position where he's like, okay, but what's happening? Like why we're like not talking again the most?
Yeah.
You should explain to me how you felt that time when we stopped talking because I think that's very important for me to understand. Because for me, I thought you would understand the fact that
I did understand you. Actually,
I was in nursing. You know what I mean?
yeah. You know what? I was going through our text messages. Apparently, my phone saved the text messages that we had up until 2018.
Okay.
And I was scrolling and I was like, shit, the way we talked to each other, it was fun. It was very entertaining, actually. But then I stopped at one point because you said that you actually told me, you told me that you're going to focus to your school, you're going to focus to nursing. And I understand you at that time. I guess at that point, I was just letting you experience life.
Okay.
Because that's our age gap as well. I'm not a student anymore when I met you, right?
Right.
I worked already. And I'm working when you were still studying. So
Right.
I know the fact that, well, you need to study, you need to have your own life, but I'm here. That's actually what I told to myself. Like, okay, I'm just gonna let him experience life. He's gonna have new friends for sure. At one point I was like, for sure I'm gonna be left out. And that's what I told you in Bali as well.
Right.
Like at one point I felt like I guess we're not that we're not best friends anymore. I had a doubt at one point because I don't know what's happening to your life.
Right.
Gonna say that being at school, you are going to meet friends. You're going to meet people that will be important for you in the future.
Right.
And I know that eventually it will not be the same thing as we were. As I've told you, what was very important for me at that moment was our Friday. And you tried your best
Right.
to still come hang out with me every Friday. But then eventually, Ian, I know nursing is very hard and it
'Cause-
will take your time.
Right. Because you remember that time when we went to a cabin
Yeah.
and it was our whole family, and we were all gathered there,
Yeah.
and I was studying while you guys were out
Yeah.
because I had a
Yeah.
exam,
Yeah.
and I cannot read, like, as much as I want to hang out with you guys, I had to finish reading
Yeah.
those 300 pages whatever because that's the only time. So like it was really hard for me, but I think what I noticed is that on those 6 years is that you were keeping feelings from me, and that's how it always felt like. And I never really like dig deep on it because in my head I was like, he's been always there. He understands me.
Yeah.
And like I know like he would never think that way. But then, at some point I'm kind of like, okay, why is he acting this way? Because
Yeah.
I know you. I
Yeah.
know when you're being petty and you're being serious and you're being like you. And I
Yeah.
know when you're petty, it's like, so the thing that he does is like he would reply in the most driest, most petty way. Like, okay, oh, those kind of people like just icks you to the most. And like the amount of attention and how his energy is, because I know him as a person. Like I told you guys, like his energy and entertaining other people other than himself is like to the brink. You know what I mean? And it's most to me because we know each other so much that we are just comfortable, being together.
Yeah.
So I know when it's not right. And I have been feeling it that way for a long, long time, but I've never just been putting energy onto it just because I was like, okay, maybe he's just, he's just having his moments and whatnot because I know you very well. So I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna
It's
go.
not moment. It's just that I don't know where I will fit into your life at that moment. Your hands are very full at that time. Obviously, you have new friends. And we don't have time to hang out. You're at the library, 24 hours? I don't know.
Yeah.
Like that's you. And obviously you're with your friends, you're having fun with your friends. You're having fun with your classmates in from nursing school.
Right. And
right?
like I meet these people, they become friends. I become close with them because I see them like almost every single day.
Yeah.
But like I told you when we were in Bali, is that no amount of new people or people who have come into my life since then would ever amount to the friendship that we built from the beginning. You call people best friends, and
That's not true. I never call them best friends.
anyways.
You are my best friend.
Oh,
I'm crying.
oh, I see. I will never cry for him. He will always cry for
You're a
me.
bitch.
Anyway, so but I've told you that many times that you are the person that I don't need to, like, I can be sitting down in a couch with and I would never feel like I have to entertain you or do something
Yeah.
to keep up. Like just sitting next to you, I know I feel comfortable and I feel good, and
You know what?
and that's our hangout.
I appreciate the conversation that we had in Bali because after a while that we never talked, the good thing is that you still consider me in every important decision in your life.
You know that.
Yeah, and that's actually what I appreciate more,
When I got married, you are my best man
Exactly.
because
And that's actually what I asked you. I was like, I'm actually surprised that I'm still your best man at that point because things happened.
and I literally told him, I was like, why would you not be my best man? Like, why would you not be the most important person in my life when you
Because-
have been?
You told me earlier that I had friends. I guess it's my coping mechanism at that point that is to find new friends, right? But I never considered anyone as my best friend.
Right. But you know that also at the same time, when you found those friends and those 6 years that I was busy in nursing school and in life, and you are busy in yours, when we talk, we talk. Like I come to you to tell you things, and there was never a time that I feel like I could never tell you anything.
Yeah. Yeah. And the good thing about our friendship is that this is what you told me in Bali. I don't need to explain myself to you
Exactly.
because
I know you.
yeah.
I know you, and I know our friendship. And like I told you, like I don't think I would ever have any best friends.
But honestly, I get jealous whenever
You are.
Aren't you?
You are.
But don't you get jealous?
I don't get jealous from your friends because I
You
don't know.
need
I'm
to be jealous.
I'm the baddest fucking bitch you've ever been
tell
friends
them
with.
you're jealous.
No. No.
You need to.
I'm confident, bitch.
You need to
I'm a
tell
confident
them.
bitch.
That's a lie.
No, that's true.
That is a lie.
So that's another thing about him is that he gets jealous with this new people, new friends that I get.
But you were jealous as well.
No. What I'm trying to say is that he has that tendency because he also has a cousin here. It was recently Jerwin, so it's his cousin from his dad's side, and he come here, and then I noticed that he's treating Jerwin how he treated me when I came here, because Jerwin is almost as young as I am.
Yeah.
When he came here. So
Yeah,
I felt like what happened is that you felt the sense of like, oh my God, this was the happiest part of my life and something that I enjoyed the most. Because you guys would go eat every single time. You would buy him everything, just like how you did for me and everything. And I kind of noticed that. I told you, I watch.
Were you jealous?
I sit down. No, I was not jealous, but I kind of like realized that this is kind of like giving a sense to me, just like you have to talk to him because again, Jerwin started finding friends too.
Yeah.
And then you started acting the way you were acting on those 6 years that we kind of like part ways.
Yeah.
And then you kind of started feeling the same way again. So really, I was like, okay, I don't want him to feel that way again.
Yeah.
So I had to talk to you because I was like, this is like a personal trauma or coping mechanism, like you said, that you've always had. And you're the type that you please people so much that you forgot that you don't have to always upkeep with everyone's expectation. And I think that's why it became your coping mechanism of like making sure that, you know, other people's in your life are happy.
For sure. And speaking of my cousin, you also helped me make the decision when my cousin wanted to move as well, right? So because I want him as well as you at that time to have your own life.
Right.
And that's the reason why I was like, you know what? I'll let him experience his life.
But then he's like, I'm going to move
Yeah.
by myself. But he's here for a student visa, right?
He is here as an international student.
Right.
So yeah, student visa.
And then we had a talk because you reached out to me because you're like, I don't know what to do because Jerwin wanted to move. He has a student visa. He's going to live in the streets. He doesn't have money. He works like part-time in Uniqlo, stuff like that. But I was like, let him experience life.
And that's what I'm doing whenever he has a decision to make. He'll ask me if he could go out, you know? I was like, yeah, you have your own life. You do it. You do whatever you want to do. It's just that at one point you cannot just let them do whatever they want to do. You know, you still need to be there as a guide.
Quite understand this a bit, you guys, is that Neville is basically his almost like older brother that he can count on to because his whole family is back in the Philippines.
Yeah.
He has like brothers and sisters, his parents, everyone. He's really here just for the student visa.
Yeah.
And he's being sent here by his auntie. So his connection from Neville is really far though because he's your
No, he's my first cousin on my dad's side.
second. That's right.
He's my first cousin.
No, he's your second cousin.
He is my first cousin. Besh, stop. See, I told you guys, he is very competitive that even if he's wrong, he'll try to prove that he's right.
Oh, you guys.
I know
I'm telling
my
you.
relationship with my cousin. He is my first cousin.
And
So
sometimes-
you need to stop.
And then you guys, you know what? We'll just settle this in the comment section. I'm gonna put a little
you're
comment
wrong.
section, and you guys tell me if he's his first cousin.
Guys, I'm gonna explain you. My dad and his dad are brothers. Okay.
Okay.
So basically, first cousin.
Yeah. So this is my understanding of first cousin. First cousins are your cousins if you have siblings because those are your blood.
No, that's not cousin.
That's your cousin.
That's not cousin.
So are they your brothers and sisters?
So
So what's that, zero
you know
cousin?
what? No.
That's what I thought.
That's a different
See, guys,
thing.
I'm really
That's your
smart.
niece or nephew. That's how you call it. Exactly. So stop. Okay, so moving on.
Maybe we're just tired.
Same as you, I was letting him experience his life. And that's the reason why, you know, when you were in nursing, I understood what you were going through at that time because I went through that phase as well. I've been a student, and as a student, you need to focus on your ACADS, your academic studies.
He also has so many abbreviation from the Philippines that he's been using ACADS.
And that's how you met your wife. And I love her. But I honestly wished, and I told this to you, because I met her, you were already together.
We were already together from nursing school.
And guys, see exactly. How am I going to consider myself as his best friend when I never knew her? I did not even know that you're dating someone.
I was busy in nursing school.
Exactly.
And you didn't want to communicate with me because
no,
you have
no, no,
other
not
friends.
that I didn't want to communicate with you. I was just letting you message me. I was just waiting for you. That's it.
See? So you're waiting. You're being petty. You're waiting for exactly.
So it's not only me who needs to. Okay, guys, tell us who needs to reach out. Okay, like in a friendship, it's a two-way, right? So
him just saying that. Oh, I was waiting for you to actually message me.
I need. Yeah, I need someone to go on my side, please. Please. Tell me that he's wrong. He should be the one who's telling me things. Especially that, when I'm going to meet people that is important for me, obviously I will tell you. Right?
Not everything.
I tell you everything. Shut up. Shut up. I even show you everything.
Oh, yeah, he does.
Okay.
And guys, I have seen so many pictures of the people he meet from
Okay. And that's the reason why I was like, okay, what is my role now? That's my question.
But I think the point that I was getting into the whole thing is that, not because the people that you care so much has another thing in their life doesn't mean you're going to be pushed away or you're pushed aside or you don't have a part of their life. Like I told you, like you will always have a big part in my life and you will always be my best friend. But that doesn't mean like, if life happens to me, doesn't mean like you are going to have a different status in my life. You will always going to be my best friend. And like I told you, I ran to you whenever I need you.
Yeah.
I consult you with things. We talk about things. We talk about the most unhinged shit together. And I don't talk to anyone that way.
Yeah.
I could never think of like someone that I could told that unhinged fucking shit. And like, being able to listen to you, your story and your sexual journeys.
Oh no, stop.
Yes, guys.
No.
He's trying to change the topic because I have seen everything. I'm also his clinician because I always have to check with him if he is being
not
safe. Moving on, Beshi. So let's go back to your problem. Because your problem is the most of all. Okay? Your people-pleasing personality. Because this brings you positive things, but mostly a lot of negative things. And my question to you is, where do you think you got your people-pleasing personality? And guys, I'm not diagnosing him myself. I just know because I hang out with this person every single time. He's also the quiet type, you guys, where like he just likes to sit down there and we just look at our phones and do nothing. But then when he is introduced with a lot of people, new people, or people in general, he would go to the extreme to entertain, do things, plan things. Like it could be like midnight. He's like, oh, do you guys want to go to the movies? Or like, oh, do you guys want to go do this? And he would do that even though he's tired. And so many times
I do that.
And so many times he's literally like dying. And he is still doing things because he want to make sure that every single people that is surrounding him at that moment is entertained and having fun.
But I feel like that's the anxiety of meeting people. You have the pressure of there should not be an awkwardness between the two of you. So my tendency is to just talk to them like nonstop talking. Like I'll whatever we'll do talk about. That's me. And that's the reason why.
But at some point you're really tired and you don't want to do
Yeah,
it.
but I don't want to stop. It's that's it. But plus I'm getting like, it's like you're having fun, you're meeting people, because it's also like, the people that you met will also be your friends.
Right. Because when we went to Bali, you guys, for 2 weeks, I had two groups of people that I hosting a trip with a bunch of people who have supported and followed me. If you guys listening to this, I love you guys so much. I miss our travels, our memories and stuff. I miss you guys so much. But in the second trip, Neville comes in and joined me because again,
Yeah.
this time I push him to come with me.
Yes. And I was hesitant at first.
He's very hesitant, but I was like, listen, we haven't traveled forever.
Yeah.
This is our chance to actually go together, and then we can even go to South Korea. So my trap for him is
South
that
Korea is my decision. Because remember, again, what we did when we went to Rio de Janeiro was like,
Oh, yeah,
we
that's
better
true.
just go somewhere else. So I was like, you know what? Maybe we could go somewhere else.
he started his itineraries again, and then he
Putting-
found Korea and whatnot.
Cities, yeah, and that's Korea.
Anyways,
that's how I got this shirt.
so
Shout out to Koreans.
it was fun. So we had a lot of fried chicken again in
oh
Seoul,
yeah,
Korea.
fried chicken.
It-
a lot of fried chickens.
Oh my god!
Because
Even like
Korean fried chicken,
it was
the
good.
KFC, original KFC, Korean fried chicken.
What the?
That's the term. That's KFC, Korean fried chicken.
Whatever you say. Anyways, on my second trip, I was really, really exhausted because, like hosting a trip, being always like in 100, like I told you guys, but I enjoyed it, you guys. For my people who's listening to this, who was on the trip, I enjoyed every single moment of it. But it's just, like it's hard to keep up for 7 days and make sure that every single one of the people is entertained because again, like these people spend their time, like took their time off to just be with me and do this whole thing with me. So I'm not gonna stay in the room and like lie down in there or be on the beach or do my own thing. I have to be with everyone. But on the second trip, he came
Yeah.
and what he did is he took over the whole trip and he hosted. He basically hosted my trip.
It was fun.
You know
I
how?
had 100% fun.
You know how? He entertained everyone. And I had a chance to just literally sit down there. When I have a couple of energy boosts, I just start dancing, twerking.
Dancing is not my forte here.
Yes. But
S- we
conversation
give it to
is
him.
yours. So then he talked so much that trip, that 7 days. I was so happy because I was like, oh yes, this is what I needed.
I know your work at that time, so I was like, okay, well, we need to divide ourselves. We cannot be. I have access to you any time of the day, right? So also we see each other a lot of times. We're here in Montreal. We talk together, but when we are in a group of people and you're hosting, obviously I know my responsibility there is to.
Aw,
I
but-
know, yeah.
But listen to this.
You told this to me. Yes, I know what you're saying.
What am I supposed to say?
That you're not expecting me to work. You told me that you invited me for us to hang out,
Exactly.
for us to bond.
Exactly.
And yes, I am thankful, but still,
You felt the need that you have to do that.
no, because you're my best friend.
Now
And-
it's my fault. Okay.
Excuse me, because guys, look at him.
It's now it's
Be
my
on my
fault.
side again. Like whatever I'm going to say is also going to reflect to you. Like whatever I'm going to say on this podcast right now is going to reflect to you as well, right?
That's right.
So obviously there's a lot of people. And
Right.
again, I love meeting people. I love interacting with people. It's my nature, I guess.
It is your nature, but at the same time, like I'm telling you, Beshi, a lot of time though, I know that you do not want to do that or to go to an extreme of situations, but you do because you have such a people pleasing personality.
Yes.
And think that it's a responsibility in your side that you must make sure that everyone is happy
Yeah.
and entertained, which I think a lot of nurses can relate to this because us two healthcare workers and mostly nurses, we go to the extreme of things to do things for our patient, for work, for colleagues and stuff. But one thing we have to remember and one thing you have to remember is that you have no obligation to anyone but yourself.
You made sure of that.
And the
I
thing,
know.
and the thing is, I think that is the reason why you get hurt sometimes, because I feel like if you don't get back what you give,
What?
you feel a sense of, well, why did I give so much of that of me when I could not get that back?
No, I don't expect that to other people, Besh.
Mm,
I probably expect that to you
bitch.
because you're my best friend. But I don't expect a lot of things. I guess I'm more self-conscious right now. I tend to assess things. There are times that I lay down at night, I think of the situation, I think of like, what happened today? Like, why did I react like that? How was I able to think that way? Why did I say that? But I'm basically just assessing the situation.
Which is totally fine, but at the same time, like I told you, there are a lot of times that you actually don't need to do
There
that.
is a boundary between self-assessment and overthinking, because there are times that you are going to assess yourself and then eventually you're also going to think about what's going to happen.
Which is totally fine, but I think your problem your problem is that
My problem.
you overthink in a way that you think that that's what actually is going to happen, and that's what the other person is going
Yeah.
to think and do, which is the problem, because then you tend to get depressed, get sad, get angry, get like all of these
Yeah.
feelings. And that's what happened to both of us within those 6 years, because you
Yeah.
felt that way when in me I never felt that way. Like there was never like there was never a time that I doubted our friendship.
You never doubted me.
I never doubted you. But you doubted me so many times.
Because Besh, you have a lot of friends, and again, I'm not getting the important things on your life at that moment. But this is what I would like to say. Friends are really important, because if you've assessed yourself and you've overthink, right? You need to talk to someone, and this is the reason why I appreciate us talking in Bali. I was able to realize a lot of things.
And the thing is, I don't think we would ever have that conversation if
Never.
I did not bring it up myself.
Never. I don't have guts. I'm never confrontational. You know that.
You're not. And then so guys, just to give you a little context, we were sitting down like just in front of the beach. I think it
Yeah.
was like the last day of our Bali trip.
Almost.
And we
Not
were
the
like
last.
lying down on the beach front, and I was just like, hey, I just want to go back to like that night when we were having like our open conversation with everyone, and everyone was saying their like trauma. And then I just know that that was not your trauma, because there is something heavier than that. And I'm pretty sure it has to do with the both of us. And then me finding out all of those things that he's been keeping for like 6 years, and I was just like, oh my god, I would never ever think it this way. But then I felt it from
Yeah.
you, because you were distant, you were acting differently, you were doing all of these things, and I'm just like, okay, well,
If I am mad or disappointed at you, I will not talk or not even touch you.
oh my god, we had those many moments when we are traveling. Like we fight so much in our travel
At
time.
one point, you even asked me, so what are we going to do during this travel? Are we just going to fight? Or are we just not going to talk to each other? And I was like,
Exactly.
I realized that no, it cannot be that way.
Like, we
It's
have no
always like
choice.
that.
We
It's
have no
always-
choice.
That's us, Besh.
That's really
And
us.
I hate it and I love it at the same time.
Me
because
too.
that's our character together.
We're so different from each other that we always like headbutt each other at many things. But then that's what makes us us.
Yeah.
And I like that about us. So my I'm always pointing this shit from you, because this is your episode. It should be all about you. Actually, I wanted to ask your 2024 resolution, but I also wanted to ask you, what is your thought of like, having a best friend that is so famous and so popular and so funny and so
Ooh,
cute and so
That's-
beautiful?
Stop.
I'm kidding, you guys.
No, that's
Guys,
too late. You already said what you said. But actually, a lot of people are asking me about that, because they're like, oh, is that Besh? Is that your Besh? I was like, yes, that's Nurse John. That's my Besh. After that, they'll be like, so are you going to do TikTok now? I was like, never. First of all, I don't want. I recently downloaded TikTok.
For me. So he downloaded TikTok because I wanted to send him a bunch of like TikTok videos because he's so fucking old that
Shut up.
like we've been sending like videos, like funny videos from Facebook, but as you guys know, Facebook is like 10 years behind everything. So like the funny things from like TikTok, Instagram, it's only gonna come in Facebook in like 5 years after. And he's been sending me those like literally like the corniest shit ever that was funny like 5 years
But
ago.
I downloaded it because of you.
Yep.
And people are telling me, "Are you going to do TikToks now?" I was like, "No, never. I want my peace of mind. I want my privacy."
He deleted it so many times.
I
was like,
deleted it. I
was
swear.
like, excuse me, why did you delete your?
He's so mad.
I was like trying to send him a bunch of stuff, and I was like, why is it not sending? And I was like, he either blocked me or he deleted
I
it.
don't. I don't even know how to block people there. You're the only person I follow there.
As you should. Number one fan.
Yeah, exactly. But honestly, a lot of people are asking if I get jealous or
really?
am I go? Yeah, a lot to me.
Oh my god. So did you
Yeah.
ever thought that
Yeah.
I would be this?
You actually asked me this before. I never thought that you're gonna be Nurse John ever. But am I surprised? No. In Instagram, you were already posting a lot of pictures, and I was like, okay,
Right.
This happened.
Well, it's still surprising because again, like pictures
For
and
sure it
videos are
is.
different. You know
For
what I
sure,
mean?
it is surprising. There's like a lot of people in the world that this could happen.
Right.
You know, but it's just that I'm not really surprised. I always believe in you, by the way.
Duh. Duh. You plotted this. That's why you that's why you said you treated me in the first place because you know at some point I will treat you.
Yeah, this is basically like my investment, and here I am.
Whatever.
But no, I'm kidding. Kidding aside,
So you weren't that surprised.
not because people are trying to explain to me. Remember, our friend were trying to explain me how you got popular in TikTok, and I was
Right.
like, I don't know what TikTok is. I don't have
Right.
TikTok. I don't even know how to use it. I'm old. That's it.
Period. As you should know.
I was like, yeah, he got a lot of likes already, and I was like,
Mm-hmm.
oh wow, that's great. But if I'm jealous, I was not jealous at all.
I know. I would never think that you will be jealous of me because first of
No,
all, you know
because-
that I'm always better than you. Second,
That's not true. I am always better than him personally.
in many
But-
ways.
No, but I was not worried at all because you are my best friend. And I know that no matter what, wherever you'll go, like, we're just, no, he cannot forget me. I'm always going to be there.
Why are you assuming?
And-
Why are you using your people pleasing personality again, thinking that I will never forget you? I can forget
Because-
you in an instant. Babe.
That's not true.
Boom.
That's not true.
Anyways,
I have proofs.
he also, well, you also helped me build my merch because, like, I'm always very hesitant and like continuing and doing something new because I don't know if it's gonna work out.
Yeah.
And then I always consult you. So again, if you guys want to go check out my merch, it's www.nursejohn.com and sign up on my newsletter to get that 10% discount, bestie.
That's true.
And he helped me, and he would like.
I was your first designer for your merch.
That is true.
We
That's true.
built the website together with
That's right.
a friend.
And you've always like you fulfill orders. I asked you.
Yes.
I asked you things to do for me and stuff.
So I was the one replying to you guys as well.
It was fun and like.
I always believed
Well, thank you. Thank you for believing in me.
because we don't do the same things.
Right.
We have different genre, we have different thoughts.
Exactly. We're basically the same.
Yeah.
Same bitch.
Exactly.
Different likes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
But you're more hardcore than I am in
What
a
do you mean
lot
hardcore?
of different ways. Things that I have seen, things that I've heard. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, hardcore. Anyways, you guys,
I will support you, but never the front stage person.
I know you're always going to be one of my biggest supporter, and I'm
Yeah.
really, really thankful for that.
Yeah, 100%.
I am very thankful too that I always have your back when it comes to like things. I mean, less than usual before, but like I still have your back, and which is I'm really really happy. Anyways, Beshi, moving on. So, what do you think is your New Year's 2024 resolution for this year? Because people for sure has their New Year's resolution, but what's yours?
None, because I'm perfect this way.
Do you see this bitch?
I don't need to change.
But Beshi, change is growth.
If I would change, then I would just do it any time that I want to.
Right.
I'm not thinking of any New Year's resolution because for me, setting a New Year's resolution and not achieving it is basically like a fail to me. It's just
But-
like another count on the failure that I have.
But the thing is,
so
I
not
think
setting anything.
1 second. I think you're overthinking this again, like every single time.
No.
You haven't failed. You think to yourself that you failed, but you
No, but-
haven't failed.
I never had any New Year's resolution
So, what is your goal for 2024?
to continue to be perfect.
Then I can assure that you will fail. I can literally tell you right now that this is a fail, and you can try again for
I
2025.
literally don't have anything. I don't have anything on my mind.
Well, mine.
I would like to say that to be available every time when someone, and that will fall again to my people pleasing personality, you know?
But I think your 2024 New Year's resolution or goal should be working on pleasing yourself more than pleasing others.
Pleasing myself. That
Ex-
sounds nasty.
Jeez. Okay, you guys. No, please, like taking
I
care.
know. I'm
taking
just
care,
kidding.
Taking care of yourself more than taking care of others, because you have
Yeah.
always taken care of people around you.
I guess my take in there is to learn how to say no.
Right.
It's not that you're always available. Obviously, as you told me earlier, like I get tired, I get exhausted, but I still make sure to be available for everyone who asks.
Exactly, which is a wrong. Just like nurses, we're always saying yes to overtime. We're always, doing things over and above and beyond, just like you, for
Yeah.
other people, when you don't even have that ability to give to yourself, that time, that energy for yourself. And even though you're drained, you still give.
I think because I always work in customer service, I relate to you guys. Nursing basically is attending to the people's needs, right?
Exactly. Yeah, but
That's my
again,
Domain.
but there is boundaries that you can set
For sure.
so that people don't abuse that.
Yeah.
Because you've been abused because of what you're capable of giving and what
Yeah.
you could give more than what you should.
But again, I will continue to be myself in 2024.
But work on those
It-
things.
I needed to for sure work on some things.
Right.
It's still I'm perfect, but I know that there are things I need to work more about my sanity, mentality. There's a lot of things as well still.
And I will always push it to you.
You do. You still do.
And I
you
still
always do.
And I will always tell you that it's not your responsibility to always be 195% available for your parents and do everything for them, because you have your own life, you have your own responsibility, you have your own choices that you can do. But you know what, Beshi, I love you so much, even though you're imperfectly perfect for me.
Oh, that's it. Exactly.
Imperfectly
Thank you.
perfect, and I accept you for who you are. I accepted you for all the sins you have done in this
Oh
world.
no.
And I always love you, Beshi.
Forgive me for
And-
I was wrong.
Oh my god, we could have talked here for like
Been here for like
3 hours.
yeah.
Like we've been here forever, but you guys,
There's a lot of things to talk about, but
if you guys want him back, well,
please
message me.
no.
You guys, this 2024, I will make sure that whatever endeavors I'm going to be doing in my life, I will bring him with me, and you guys will meet him, and you guys will see him. But again, thank you so much,
You're
for
welcome,
coming
Beshi.
in here
I love you.
and
You
being
know that.
I love you too. I will always, and I will always love you.
You can stop now.
babe.
You could stop.
You'll always love
That's
me.
annoying.
I know. Anyways, thank you guys so much for listening to this episode. And I hope you guys enjoy my talk with my best friend. This is my beautiful, beautiful, imperfectly perfect best friend. I know you guys have been asking for him for so long. So here it is.
Thank you for having me, guys.
I'm not done with mine. I'm not done with my outro.
Oh, shit.
Shut it. And if you guys can do me a quick favor and make sure that you download this episode and all other episodes that you haven't listened to, and make sure that you follow us and turn on notification on Spotify and Apple Podcasts, and tag us and share it once you listen to it on social media, and tag I Beg Your Pardon and me, nurse.johnnn, on Instagram. Again, thank you guys so much for listening, and I am so excited for this year, for me, for all of us, for my best friends. And again, Beshi, if things are not working out right now, there's always another day for it, Beshi. What will you tell them now? This is your turn.
Thank you for having me, and thank you for Rise. I love this energy drink.
You love it?
Yeah.
Perfect. And what is your motivational quotation or speech to the people listening right now before we end this?
There is actually a book called Wabi Sabi.
Okay.
I don't know if you heard that Japanese phrase, I guess, which means to appreciate the imperfect.
Oh, to appreciate the imperfect.
Yeah. Just be yourself. Remember to always prioritize yourself as well.
Mhm.
Your sanity.
Coming
your
from this bitch. Yeah.
'Cause
Sorry.
that's what we learned.
Okay, we learned. Okay, fine.
That's what we learned in here,
Oh my
right?
God.
So you are important. You are loved. So,
Why are you copying my...
oh, is that where I heard it? That's why.
Thank you.
See, I listen to you.
Oh, thanks. Anyways, you guys, thank you so much, Beshi, for coming into my studio and doing this podcast with
for
me.
sure.
Again, thank you guys for so much for listening, and stay caffeinated, medicated, and try to hydrate. I love you so much, Bestie, and I will see you again next week. Mwah. Say bye, Beshi. Bye.
Bye.